Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Louise, this is Sewing Days, and today we are doing our monthly catch up. So it's a catch up with me about how the last month has been in the shop and for me personally as well. And let me just tell you, it's been a doozy. Before I get started, if you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you are one of the first to find out when we post a new video. And we would love to hear from you in the comments how your month has been, how your mental health is doing, and also what you've been working on this last month as well. Also, stay tuned towards the end of this video where I'll be giving you my Louise's pick for July, which is my current favourite item in the shop. So June here at Sewing Days has been quiet. I'm not gonna lie, sales this month it's one of the worst months we've ever had. Even during the pandemic we were doing more than this, we were doing more online, and when we were closed during lockdown everything kept ticking over, but now everybody's sort of in a strange middle ground of routines. People aren't quite back into their routines yet. We aren't doing workshops yet, and I think a lot of people are still trying to find this weird balance between how life is and really getting used to this new normal that everybody keeps talking about. Also, this month we were supposed to be able to lose all of our social distancing rules. They said that it was a possibility that it might happen. I've been thinking for a while that it probably wouldn't happen, which is why we haven't set up any classes for this time of year, because I don't think it was going to happen, and now our cases are going back up. So it's one of those things that I think at the moment people are just a bit all over the place with what they should be spending their money on, what they should be spending their time on. The weather's been nice, all of these excuses. From a business point of view, it has been a properly tough month. I've spoken to quite a few other people who own other shops similar to mine, and reps for fabric companies and yarn companies and all of that, and it feels like everybody's sales just completely fell off a cliff at the end of May. I hate this phrase, but in a way it is what it is. We can't do anything about it. I'm still pushing as much as I can. I'm loving having people back in the shop, so that's a plus. We are working on an eBay shop at the moment, so we can sell on there, so it's just another sales channel, as well as obviously having the shop and the website. We'll get there, or we won't. I'm at a point now in my brain where I've thought about it so hard over the last 18 months, and what's the future of the shop going to look like, and what's the future of business going to look like in general. And yeah, I'm trying to hang on. I love my job so much, and I really enjoy knowing you guys and doing this and all of those things, but at the end of the day we're a business, and if it doesn't make financial sense to carry on in the next few months, that might be a decision that I have to consider a bit more strongly. But possibly when the weather changes a bit, when we all get a bit more adapted to this. September is always a really good starting point to go towards December, so I think maybe when we get to the autumn things will change and I'll take this back and all of that. But as you can imagine, running a business in a pandemic is no joke. I think the relentlessness of it is sort of getting to me a bit in my mental health as well as it just being hard to make as many sales as we were before. So if you haven't seen one of our monthly recaps before, then I will link the playlist just up here. But I talk quite a bit about my mental health, and it's a bit all over the place quite a lot of the time. So I have GAD, which generalized anxiety disorder, and I've had depression in the past, and sometimes running a business isn't great for it because it can be very stressful. There's a lot to overthink. You don't always know if you're making the right decision at the time. In a way, I'm glad that I run my own business because I'm in control of whatever happens, whereas if I was working for another company or for somebody else, then they would be more in control of the outcomes of my life than I am, if that makes sense. Like, think of people being furloughed during the pandemic or losing their jobs and things like that. Like, anything that happens to me is because of me, whether that's right or wrongly. But it does mean that when the shop is quieter, when there's not so much going on, when I have a lot of time to think and process about what's coming next, that sometimes it can get a bit much, and sometimes I do struggle. This month has been harder than most. For me, it completely comes in waves. Sometimes I'm absolutely fine, sometimes I'm struggling a little bit, or I'm on top of the world. Like, it does come and go. And if you have been around here for a while, you will know that January and February was horrendous for me. I really struggled, and then it's been pretty good, and then this month I've dipped a little bit again. But this is how it goes. This is literally what it's like to be human, what it's like to adult, what it's like to run your own business. And I just think sometimes I'm a little bit hard on myself, and we can all be hard on ourselves, so we just need to cut ourselves a bit of a break. Looking forward to July. First of all, there's a very secret something that is happening in the middle of July, towards the end of July, which I can't tell you about yet, but I am really looking forward to it. It's going to be very exciting. So if you aren't subscribed to our channel, make sure that you hit subscribe down below so that you will be here to find out when the thing is announced. Yeah, super vague. Also, so my favourite thing in the world is Christmas, and hopefully in July all of our Christmas stock should be arriving. We will have most of our Christmas fabric by the end of July. Some of it will still be coming in dribs and drabs. I've spoken to my reps and I'm hoping they can get it here by the end of July, but we are planning to do a big launch of Christmas towards the end of July. Every year we do a Christmas in July party. Last year obviously wasn't the one. COVID ruined everything, cancelled every plan. So I'm hoping to do something for Christmas in July. It will definitely be a big launch on the website, so if you don't live near to us, then it will all go on there all on one day, sort of all appear one day at whatever time, and then it'll be there for you to buy. And I might do something in the shop. It depends on what the rules are by then, because in theory we should be out of all rules by the middle of July, but again, I won't hold my breath. The other thing is, I am currently working on our workshops for September through till Christmas. Now, I'm a bit torn about workshops, and I need you guys' advice. So if you want to leave me a comment down below with what you think about what I'm about to say, that would be great, just so I know sort of where we're all sitting. Planning workshops is very time consuming. Decide what class is going to be, either get a tutor or block the time out for me and have somebody else in the shop, come up with the plan, the worksheets, the requirements, send all the information to everybody, have everybody here, and that's before we even start teaching the class. If social distancing rules are still in place, we can't have very many people around our table. We could have a maximum of 4. To be honest, sometimes having only 4 in a class, it doesn't make it financially viable to run. So I'm in this weird middle ground. Obviously, like I said, we don't know what the situation's going to be, but would you rather we had smaller groups, but that does mean it will be slightly more expensive per person, or had more people, still stayed COVID safe if that's still a thing, but you would have to wear your masks for the entire time, and so would I, and it would be a little bit more difficult that way. Let me know what you think down below. There are lots of options. There are lots of other options as well that I'm weighing up, but the two things at the moment either seem to be smaller classes, which will probably make the classes more expensive, or we would have more people but you'd have to keep your masks on and things like that. I don't know what the right solution is, and again, it will probably change between now and September, but yeah, let us know what you think. Also, let us know what kinds of workshops you'd like to see if you are close enough to be doing them. I know a lot of you guys are all over the world now, so this probably doesn't apply to you, so sorry about that. But if you have any ideas for workshops that you'd like us to run, let us know in the comments down below. Also, I think in July at some point, I'm probably going to be doing a sale. I've got a few bits of things that are left over, sort of 1 and 2s of kits, some fat quarters, some yarns that I've got like 1 or 2 balls left of, so keep an eye out for that. I don't know when it will be or how I'll do it, but just to let you know, that will be happening sometime this month. The other thing in July, which I forgot to tell you, is I'm having a week off. Like I said, mental health has been struggling a little bit, and to be honest, I've hardly spent any time with my husband over the last 1.5 years. He's been working throughout the whole pandemic. I've been here and then not here and then here and then not here, and it's just all over the place. And I think it's been a long 18 months for a lot of us. So I just need a week's annual leave to just have some time off and have a little bit of a break. So the social media will probably take a break between that week. I will still be doing a YouTube video because I can record it and schedule it ahead of time, but I'm planning for it to be the week of I think it's the 18th, 19th of July. So that week the shop will physically be closed. You will still be able to place orders online, but we won't be here, and I will have a week to recuperate. So my pick for July of my favourite items we have in this shop is actually a range of items. It is the Essential Trends fat quarter bundles that we have in from Craft Cotton Company. These are so cool. So each bundle is a different colour, and then each fat quarter within that is ombre versions of that colour. So if you buy it to do a single project, you know that all of your colours are going to go together and they'll all tone really well. I absolutely love them. I think the yellow one is my favourite. They'd go with any project, they'd make great masks, the pattern's quite small, and they'd really go with anything. So yeah, these are definitely something that I will be purchasing and taking home with me so that I can make a new project sometime soon. They're all brilliant, and I couldn't really pick which one I wanted to highlight, so I thought I'd show you the whole selection. Let us know what you think you would do with them, or if you've already bought them. We'd love to see photos of what you guys are working on. Okay guys, that's it. Short and sweet today, just like me. June has been tough, but fingers crossed July is a lot smoother. We are a bit busier in the shop. We get the eBay shop launched. I can work on classes. I can have my week off. Christmas will arrive. Like, there's a lot to look forward to, and I just need to remind myself that this is just how it goes in business. It goes up and down all of the time, so not be so hard on myself. Thanks so much for all your support, for watching all of our videos, for engaging our social media and all of those things. We love to have you around, and it is so important to us to build a community as well as just have customers. We don't just do it for the money. We do it because we love you guys, and we like to spread our enthusiasm for crafting and keep you guys enjoying what you're doing. Other than that, I will speak to you very soon, guys. I'll see you next week for another video, but until then, have a good day, guys.